Wagwan gang, back in this thing. And if you really gang, bang that like button. If you a Tazzy baddie, if you here for Taz Tycoon or Tasmania showing you gang, bang that like button. Subscribe, turn on your post notifications, all that good stuff. Today we are talking about another Harlem native. ASAP Rocky just dropped his new album called Don't Be Dumb. I feel like every week there's not a week that goes by that there's not something from Harlem. Tiana Taylor, Jim Jones, Cam. Harlem is like the Harlem Renaissance right now. Shout out to ASAP Rocky. He just dropped his album, Don't Be Dumb. It is his first studio album in the last 10 years. I think his last album was Testing. ASAP Rocky, I was just mentioning this when I talked about Tiana Taylor and her new film, the Golden Globe that she won for One Battle After Another. And I was saying that they're like very hybrid, multifaceted people. You might see them in films, like they can just jump around. I love the way that they position themselves in the entertainment industry. So you might be talking about ASAP Rocky in fashion. It might be Rihanna. It might be music. It might be a film. But just the album, I checked it out so far. I love the intro. I think it's what is no correction operate. I forgot. You know what? I'm doing it again. The first song on the album, like it's a vibe. Like I like the rollout. I like I've been paying attention to how he's been presenting it. Whether it's how Rocky's doing his braids or whether he's dressed like a Wu-Tang member. Shout out to his son RZA. You know what I'm saying? You just see like a difference in the way that he's branding and how he's going outside. I mean, Rocky's always doing something fly, but he did say that it took him so long because there were so many leaks and, people, I think he has a song called Stole My Flow, which is, one of the things that we're talking about today because everybody's talking about like, it's a Drake diss, Stole My Flow. I ain't gonna hold you. I know a diss when I hear one, that was like, you just shot at the ground. Like not even, I don't take that as a diss at all. Like you saying, I think the line is, something about I stole your baby mom. Like this whole hip hop, I hit it first. Shout out to Ray J. I hope Ray J's doing well too. I heard he was in a hospital. But it's just weird. Like niggas be going after the same joint. Like you want that, but it's like I will say that I don't know the history, but of like the Drake, Rihanna, ASAP Rocky. But there is an interview of ASAP Rocky discussing how Drake. I'm not gonna say put him on. You know what I'm saying? But he took him on tour. Didn't ask him for no money. Didn't ask to sign him, And there's a clip about how much they looked out for each other. Well, how much Drake had looked out for him. I think this is around Pesos, Purple, Fucking Problems. It was around that time. But ASAP Rocky recently said in an interview that Drake stole his flow. I don't know. And I heard Jess Hilarious say this on the Breakfast Club. I ain't even throwing no shots. I don't know if the flow that was stolen, Rocky never got a chance to put it out, but I don't know what Drake flow, you know what I'm saying? Like when I think of Rocky, like I think of Rocky more eclectically, like as a cultural type of influencer. I don't think about him. This, to me, musically, it's just a huge difference. I'm not saying ASAP Rocky's not dope, but I don't know what the flow was that he stole. But I do know that Drake has taken a lot of shots after dating Rihanna at Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? Just slick things. So I will say that if you are dating the person that, Rihanna, y'all dated the same joint. You know what I'm saying? Chris Brown, Rihanna, ASAP Rocky, Drake, whatever. To me, it just seemed like it's just back to it being about a girl. Because it's like, what are we really talking about? You know what I'm saying? I think even during the height of the Drake and the Kendrick beef, like Rocky jumped on something and just said something or whatever. And it's to me like, I don't know, it's like being a dead horse. Like, it's like you could say whatever slick things. And even Travis Scott, I think that there's been, issues with, ASAP Rocky saying that Travis Scott, tried to emulate, what do they say? Great artists good artists copy, great artists steal. You know what I'm saying? Reinventing whatever it is. When I look at Travis, when I look at ASAP, when I look at Drake, whatever it is that they have in common, whether it's Rihanna, musically or whatever, I do feel like they all have their own, they have their own thing that they bring to the hip hop world. But I will say ASAP Rocky over the last few years, he has been in the media a lot. Even though he has not dropped an album in 10 years, this man has been through a lot. I don't know if y'all remember, but when he got locked up in Sweden, that was a really big thing. I think Trump had something to do with that, with him getting coming back home. That was a huge thing. What else? Trump got involved. I think it was something about someone trying to attack him. I think there was a documentary, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, ASAP Rocky did some time, and then Trump brought him home or something like that. And then just last year, ASAP really had that whole issue with saying that Rocky shot at him, but Rocky said he had a fake gun and he shot a blank or something like that. And then, Rocky went on to say, I'm a pretty boy. Like, I'm not even like a street thug or a nigga or a gang type, whatever. But I will say, new levels, new devils. Like, as you ascend, I don't know what it is, but it's like every time Rocky has ascended, I will say I admire his resilience and his confidence through, because confidence is an illusion. They don't know if it's real or fake. I'm not saying that ASAP Rocky's isn't real, but when you're going through adversity, you know what I'm saying, you don't want your opponent to see you sweat. So every single time I've seen ASAP Rocky, whether it's him in Sweden, you know what I'm saying, being locked up, him and ASAP Relly, and then to be able to be a father of 3, they saying that they expecting baby number 4 now, him, getting with Rihanna, ASAP Mob, Yams, like this man, I've, watched Rocky's career. And like I said, him doing the film with with Denzel, Highest to Lowest, I ain't gonna hold you. That joint was trash. Like, I don't know what the film was about. Spike Lee, it felt like he put something out. And I'm not trying to diss Rocky. Like, I was hyped to see Rocky alongside Denzel. I remember when Rocky was in Dope. I think Rocky's amazing. I just think that like, what my thing is for Tiana and Rocky, I wish they would have been in better films. Like, I don't know what it was, but it's like, as talented as they were, as they are, I don't think it was a great depiction. So Highest to Lowest, like, like, I just think it could have been put together pretty well in a better space. But as he beat the trial, and then he had his daughter Rocky, and then I think Rihanna with the Smurfs, it's like you see him persevering through. I don't know if ASAP Mob is still going to ever come back and do anything. Shout out to ASAP Ferg and all that he has going on. But ASAP Rocky has been through a tumultuous time as far as like, people will hate on you more. Like, look at Deion Sanders. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look at ASAP Rocky. I feel like the more confident that people are, it is very, very disruptive. People do not like people that are extremely confident, especially amidst adversity. It's almost like you can't see me sweat. And when it come to Harlem niggas, for sure, like, you definitely not gonna see that. And I don't know, like, I listened to the album. I haven't listened to it all the way through. I got to like, because this isn't like an album review or anything like that. I think I got to like, the 6th track or whatever. It was vibing. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when he dropped the song Riot, like, I could tell that over the past few years, what I love about Rocky is how he constantly reinvents himself. So if someone is trying to steal your flow and you are an artist, you could just dip off and go and do different things. And I think that that's what this was about with Don't Be Done. This man got Tim Burton, Nightmare Before Christmas, to animate and illustrate a visual, you know what I'm saying, like, of his album. And so when you go back down, go watch the interview if y'all haven't yet, his interview that he just did with the exclusive, what's the name of that podcast? Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick, because I don't want to, like I said, I should have had it pulled up right now. ASAP Rocky interview. What was that joint called? My bad, y'all. I want to make sure I shout out that podcast because it was a pretty good, not the Tonight, what is this joint called? Access. Oh yeah, it's this joint called Popcast. ASAP Rocky exclusive Don't Be Dumb interview on Rihanna, fatherhood, his criminal trials, and Drake. Make sure y'all go check that out. They're like one of the first few people that ever interviewed ASAP Rocky, like every time he drops an album. So they have a real in-depth journalism. Like, I come from a journalism background, so like I didn't get to finish the interview, but it's really, really dope. So shout out to them, Popcast. I'm definitely looking forward to checking out some more of their content. The clips, they did an interview there as well. But yeah, Don't Be Dumb. Like I said, so far, I think that the rollout has been amazing. Even I think last year he released his Puma line. So I think that it's just dope, like ASAP Rocky. I think the great thing about being an artist is when you can dip off. Yeah, he didn't drop an album in 10 years, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, what are you doing? Are you going, to live life? Like, sometimes you got to step away from the music so that you have more experiences. But I will say, creatively, from the fashion to, the hair rollers to Tim Burton's A Nightmare Before Christmas, I think that it's incredible. Controversy is always going to sell. So anything about Drake, anything about Rihanna, I feel like will bring people to the album. So if anything, it could be a marketing ploy. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent, he always is talking junk. And I think even when they asked ASAP Rocky in the interview, was it about Drake? He said it's for whoever you think that it's about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like controversy is always going to sell. But at the end of the day, you don't want that to convolute what it is that you're trying to put out. So don't be dumb, and make sure you like, subscribe, and bang that like button. Like, really bang that like button. You don't be dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, go listen to ASAP Rocky and then bang that like button over here. Shout out to Tazzy's Baddies. Shout out to Rihanna. Shout out to everything ASAP Rocky is doing. Like, subscribe, turn on your post like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm having a morning. I just got back off the road. I was traveling. So pardon me. I ain't even gonna edit this joint out. This joint is raw, real uncut. You feel me? I got some vlogs dropping soon, but shout out to ASAP Rocky. Don't be dumb. And if you really gang, bang that like button.
Tycoon running up the score, Tazzy's baddies on the floor. And that ass is super fatty, call me Zaddy, throw some more. Super nasty, she a savage, slaughter, fuck her like a whore. Popping bottles, foreign models, Tycoon on the world tour. Shorty, what you bad for? Turn this to a hit-a-thon, damn. All your bitches bad, tell them they can come along.